Morning. Good morning, good almost afternoon. Thank you for joining Invest Atlanta for our first Small Business Spotlight of 2022. Thank you so much. I am Sabrina Wright. I lead the Business Retention and Expansion team at Invest Atlanta, where I work primarily with existing businesses in the city to assist them with all of their needs and any challenges they may have, whether it be their need to expand their business, grow their business, hire new talent, and also their workforce challenges, where we can assist them with connecting with WorkSource Atlanta, who also falls under the Invest Atlanta umbrella. So we do just a wealth of things at Invest Atlanta. We're so happy to have you join us this morning for this webinar. We will be talking today to Mr. Levar Haffoney of the Georgia State University Small Business Development Center. And so typically in the past, we've spotlighted business owners in the city just to bring a light to their business, what they do, and how they may offer some wisdom, words of wisdom to other business owners in the city. This year, we're going to do some quarterly interviews and talk to every business owner and provide some resourceful information for them, so that even if you're looking to start a business, if you're not currently a business owner, that we can provide some insight for you. So Mr. Haffoney, we're so happy to have you today. How are you?
Doing well. Thank you for having me, Sabrina.
Awesome, awesome. So can you tell us a little bit about you, who you are, and give us a little bit about your background?
Sure. Well, I am currently a business consultant with the UGA Small Business Development Center at Georgia State University. And prior to coming to GSU's SBDC, I worked as an independent consultant providing operational resources to help business owners operate and expand. My background is primarily in business financing, business acquisitions, and really helping business owners move manual processes into the cloud, implement new technologies, and increase their margins so that they can improve their profitability.
Okay, that's awesome. What actually brought you to the Small Business Development Center? It sounds like you had a great background with that, I guess, technical assistance piece and everything. So what was it that led you to the Small Business Development Center?
Very good question. In the past, I've worked with various SBDCs in different parts of the country. The Columbia SBDC in New York, also the Temple University SBDC in Philadelphia. So I was very familiar with the program. Someone in my network reached out to me and asked me if I would be interested in an opportunity in Atlanta. And at the time, we were in the midst of the pandemic, and I was looking for an opportunity in an environment that was a little bit more flexible, a little bit more dynamic than the environment up north. So Atlanta checked all of the boxes, and I was just really happy to be able to participate in the Atlanta small business ecosystem. So I made the move, and I'm just happy to be here and looking forward to getting fully involved.
Well, I can't blame you for not saying no to Atlanta. I mean, it is Atlanta.
Right.
Well, we're absolutely happy to have you here as a partner. Invest Atlanta works a lot with our economic development partners all over the state and the city. So we're happy to have your partnership and just have you assist us with the businesses in Atlanta and support their growth. Can you tell us, what is the SBDC? What exactly do you all do?
Well, the SBDC, or the Small Business Development Center at UGA, is a public-facing institution. So we are not the SBA, we are not the Small Business Administration, which is a government agency, but the SBA is a resource partner. They are a stakeholder. They fund us in part with the state of Georgia, and our mission is to improve the economic well-being of Georgians. We provide one-on-one consulting to business owners in the areas of strategic planning, marketing, HR, access to capital, and operational consulting, so that business owners can positively impact the environments in which they provide their products and services. We also provide a variety of webinars and training to business owners to help them operate their businesses more efficiently, more effectively, put them in a position to scale, hire more employees, and just improve the economic condition of the state as a whole.
So if I am a business owner or simply a person with a great idea and I'm looking to start a business, but I don't know where to start, could I come to the SBDC for assistance with that?
Absolutely. What we like to do is to provide individuals who are in that ideation stage with a variety of resources so that they can put their ideas on paper. For instance, we have a business plan workshop, which allows individuals who are in that ideation stage to flesh out their ideas, figure out who their target market is going to be, and how to position themselves to provide goods and services into that target market. Once your business plan is written and complete, one of our business consultants will review the plan, we'll pull it apart, help you put it back together again, just so you can really understand some of the nuances of how your business is going to operate, who they're going to serve, how they're going to serve them, and the resources that you're going to need to actually bring this to bear. So we will work with business owners from start through operations all the way to finish, just to make sure that we are able to help them improve their probability of success.
That sounds really awesome. It sounds like you all have just a wide portfolio of services that you offer. So if I am in that ideation phase, what are some of the first steps that you would say that I need to take? I mean, maybe the top 3 or top 5 steps that I need to be successful in starting my business.
Well, the first step is to engage with us by taking a look at our website. We at Georgia's SBDC.org. And once you are on our site, there are a variety of resources. You can click on Start a Business. From there, you'll see all of the different business planning workshops that we offer. We also offer a workshop. It just started, but we have several throughout the year at a variety of centers. We have 18 offices statewide. Each of the centers offer this particular program. It's called Start Smart. There are 8 modules, and it takes you through the business planning process, all the way through how you can access capital. So I certainly encourage business owners to enroll in that, or prospective business owners to enroll in our Start Smart programs. But if you don't have the time and you're not really sure you want to engage in this particular process, we do have one-offs. We have the Writing a Business Plan workshop. We have workshops on marketing. So there are a variety of workshops that you can take so that you can iron out your ideas and get a better understanding of the kind of business that you want to operate and what it's going to take to actually get you from where you are to where you need to be.
Okay. So with all the classes and programs that you all have, are all of these online? Are they in person? I mean, and I guess we're kind of still quasi in the middle of a pandemic. Did that affect the way you all offer classes, and how's that going now?
It did. So at the onset of the pandemic, everything went virtual.
Okay.
But as more information became available about the particular virus, and as vaccination rates increased, we've moved more towards a hybrid model. So at Georgia State, we currently provide virtual webinars at this time, or virtual presentations, but we plan to move forward with offering a hybrid approach. Various offices throughout the state, depending on their resources and their capacity, they are offering in-person courses, but at this time, we're moving towards a hybrid approach.
So with hybrid, that means that you can join in person or online, and you're in the same class, and are they only offered at one time, or how frequently are your classes offered?
Well, we offer classes on a monthly basis. Some offices offer more than others. We tend to give maybe about 2 webinars per month here in this office. But going forward, as we move into the second and third quarter, we're looking to actually offer in-person courses. Now, these will be, you'll have a variety of seats available for X amount of attendees. And of course, we have to maintain our social distancing guidelines. But as that information becomes available, you'll certainly have that available to you. But we'll also have the webinar component. What that looks like, as more information becomes available, I'll certainly share it. But we're really trying to provide a comprehensive suite so that we can provide the information to as many people as possible, because not everyone is comfortable with the in-person at this time, but we want to make it easy for everyone to have access to the information.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. I understand. So, in working with small businesses at Invest Atlanta, we're inundated with calls every day with, actual small business owners, as well as those people who are in the ideation phase. We receive numerous questions about, the different ways. What's the best strategy for this? What's the best strategy for that? But I will say the top question we always get, it always involves financing, access to capital, and just the need for resources for every single step along the way. So with that in mind, are your classes free? And if not, like, typically what is the cost for those classes to some of our business owners in the city?
Very good question. Well, our classes are low cost. We do offer the courses at a very, very attractive price point. They tend to run at least about $39. But we have a variety of resources online at no cost. There are webinars that we have online that are available on demand. I would suggest going onto our website, registering for an account, and taking advantage of all the free resources that are there. When it comes to access to capital, of course, everybody's looking for financing. One of the things that I certainly recommend is for whether you are an existing business owner or you are in the ideation phase, is to share your business plan and share your idea with lenders, because you want to get that feedback and you want to see how you can position yourself to become an attractive candidate for financing, whether you're ready for it or not. Have conversations with me, have conversations with Invest Atlanta, have conversations with your business banker at the bank where you bank. That way you're going to get an insight as to what lenders are looking for, and again, how you can position yourselves. What I like to do here is I like to assess an individual's capacity to obtain financing, and I will certainly go over their projections with them, go over their business plan. We'll look at their margins. We'll look at their benchmarks, how their business benchmarks against competitors in the industry. And we really just want to share information so that we are able to set the appropriate expectations for business owners so that they can position their business to accept financing when the time presents itself.
I love what you just said, just have that conversation even when you're not ready for that at that moment. So what are some of the top things that, when you're working with business owners, what are some of the things that you see that they need to work on to better position themselves to receive financing when it becomes that time?
Great question. First and foremost, timely and accurate financials. If they are not using a software platform, they need to adopt it yesterday. And I've seen that at the onset of the pandemic, when a lot of business owners were trying to access some of the emergency financing that was available, the PPP and the EIDL, they were using these manual processes. They were using spreadsheets to run their business and for their financial management. If they have not done so, QuickBooks Online is great. Xero, NetSuite, that cloud-based solution, which enables them to keep accurate and timely financials that are accessible from any device at any time, is paramount. It also enables them to provide access to their accountants or their bookkeepers, and so that they can stay on top of their financials on a daily basis. That's number one. Number two, again, it's having these conversations. A lot of individuals are worried about sharing their information. And I certainly understand trade secrets and I understand proprietary information, but you want to look at it as using your lenders or prospective lenders as a sounding board. Bring them into your company, use them as an extension of your business from an advisory capacity, so that you know exactly what they're looking for and you can dot your I's and cross your T's before you even fill out their loan application. And number three, look at the different products and services that are available in the marketplace. Just because you qualify for something doesn't mean you need to actually take the entire amount, because it may put you in a worse position than you are right now. There are a variety of lending products that are available in the marketplace. There are some lenders that are more aggressive than others, but a lot of business owners have gotten themselves in trouble because they've been approached with so-called easy money, whether they are short-term cash advances or other forms of financing that have daily repayment schedules, which eventually will negatively impact their cash flow. So I've worked out a lot of those kinds of loans in the past, where business owners just were a little bit impatient and they took the first offer that was available to them and it put them in a negative cash flow position. So I would say research the products and services that are available. Make sure that you are aware of all the fees that are associated with these particular products, and continue to have conversations with business bankers, with alternative lenders, and individuals such as myself at the SBDC prior to signing on the dotted line.
Does the SBDC give me money to start my business?
Well, that's a great question. The SBDC does not provide any financing. What we do is we act in an advisory capacity, and we help business owners empower themselves so that they can become attractive candidates for financing. We provide education. We'll also provide access to the resources. We can connect you to traditional lenders. We can connect you to alternative lenders, and we can put you in touch with loan funds like Invest Atlanta's loan fund. And if you're not ready for Invest Atlanta's loan fund, we can certainly help you streamline your finances and put you in a position so you can become an attractive candidate for Invest Atlanta's loan fund.
Right. That is absolutely correct. We receive a lot of calls from business owners who, just want to share their ideas with us, want to know exactly what does Invest Atlanta do. And we often, very frequently send them to the SBDC because they need that help with writing their business plan. And there's so many other things you mentioned earlier, like marketing and HR assistance and things like that. A lot of those fit into that category at what we call at Invest Atlanta of like the technical assistance that some of these businesses need. And exactly how do you assist with that? How do you assist them with those types of things? Because, there are some people who they have this fabulous idea and it would be a wonderful business, but they're not great with that marketing piece. They're not great with, in addition to the financing piece, which they'll absolutely need, that HR piece and other things like that. I think you mentioned operations as well. How do you all assist with that? And what are some suggestions you have for businesses with those needs?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So just full disclosure, we do not write business plans, but we provide the tools and the resources so that business owners can write their own business plan. They know their business better than we do. But what we will do is we will provide constructive criticism. We'll also share data that they can incorporate into their business plan to make it a little bit more viable, especially if they're looking to obtain financing in the future. When it comes to some of the other services that we provide, we provide a comprehensive suite in addition to the financing. So with the marketing component, it's very important because you have individuals who are experts at what they do, whether it's providing a service or developing a product, but they may not be a marketer. So what we can do, we have a variety of individuals in our network. Again, we have 18 offices. We have over 70 professionals throughout the system. And many of our professionals specialize in marketing. So we'll help you develop a marketing plan, identify your target market, reach that target market, whether it's online or whether it's through traditional forms of advertising. Leverage your existing network. How are you going to generate referrals through leveraging your existing network? What are some of the tools that you can incorporate into your business? Are you operating virtually? Or are you operating brick and mortar? Or are you operating a hybrid? And what does the marketing look like for each particular business model? So our marketing experts will help you work through that, put something on paper that you can incorporate into your business plan. We have a variety of tools here, including Vertical IQ and Esri. Now, those tools give you a lot of data that you can incorporate in your business plan. If you're opening a brick and mortar, we can provide you with information on traffic count. You can look at some of the competitors in the area and how much traffic that their locations may generate. So there's just we can overwhelm you with data, but once you know exactly what you want to do and who you want to reach, we can kind of pinpoint the kind of data that you can incorporate in your business plan. When it comes to HR, that's extremely important. If you are in a position where you want to hire employees, where you have existing employees, you want to make sure that you are doing everything that you can to retain those existing employees. And if you don't have employees, you want to make your business attractive enough so that you can attract qualified employees. As you know, Sabrina, there are labor shortages in almost every industry, and it's very hard to find good people. Our HR experts can help you with developing job descriptions, leveraging the existing job boards, and also leveraging resources like Worksource Atlanta, which is a part of Invest Atlanta, so that you can attract and retain these qualified candidates. Also, it's very important if you decide to hire freelancers, there are certain things that you need to be aware of. If you're directing their activities, then they are employees. So our HR experts can help you identify whether or not freelancers or employees are the best solution for your business at this particular time. So in addition to those components, we also have the operational component. It's important that you develop standard operating procedures. A lot of business owners are just operating by the seat of their pants, or essentially building the plane as they're flying it. With our operational consultants, we'll help you put your business on paper, identify different tasks. What you want to do is to be able to hand off these SOPs or standard operating procedures to someone else, and they can step right into the business, and the business will continue as an ongoing concern in the event that you're not capable of operating the business. And a lot of business owners just haven't captured that information. So we can certainly help in that area. So essentially, we offer all of these services so that individuals can professionalize their business and build an ongoing concern, so that they can either pass on the business to a buyer, their employees, or members of their family.
So since you all are the Small Business Development Center, what exactly does that mean? What does small business mean? Do you all help? If I'm a barbershop owner, can you help me? Or what if I have 100 employees? Is that a small business?
Yeah, so according to the SBA, a small business is a business with less than 500 employees. So technically, the Atlanta Hawks would be considered a small business.
Wow.
We can certainly work with them, but I'm sure that they have their resources in place. But to your question, yes, we can certainly help individuals who own barbershops, hair salons. We have plenty of those kinds of businesses in our portfolio. We do work with individuals who are self-employed. So if you are an independent medical professional, we can certainly help you. What we like to do is we like to help individuals structure their business so that they can spend time doing what they do best, which is servicing their clients and working on their business and not essentially in their business.
I think that piece about the exact number of 500 or smaller, that's amazing, because, I think people who think, if they employ 200-300 people, they may not qualify. They may not be a small business, defined as a small business, and may not be qualified for your assistance. So I think that's important to know.
Right.
Is there anything else that, qualifies as a small business? Is there anything else that they need? Are you all only in the city of Atlanta? Who are your partners? Just other critical pieces that people want to know or may need to know. Like, what are some of the biggest questions you all receive about, assisting businesses?
Well, the Georgia State office services Atlanta and the entire Fulton County. Our partners include the North Fulton Chamber, the South Fulton Chamber. We work with, obviously, Invest Atlanta.
Yeah.
And we work with a variety of lenders. They're really helpful with our referral network. A lot of times business owners are looking for that financing. They go directly to their lender, but the lender relationships that we have are very helpful, because if those business owners are not loan ready at that time, it's not an instant denial, but it's, hey, go down to Georgia State, talk to Levar. He can help you tighten up your business plan. He can help you with your financial projections, and we can help to get them closer to where they need to be. But chambers, economic development professionals, and individuals and institutions that service the small business community are the partners that we work best with.
So someone can just walk in off the street to your office and be serviced that way, or do they have to come through one of your partners and have a referral?
Well, prior to the pandemic, that was certainly possible. Now, we are not accepting walk-ins, but you can certainly give us a call, or you can go onto our website and follow and go through our intake process. It's very streamlined. You fill out your business profile. Even if you're not in business, we can certainly direct you to the right resources. We work with organizations such as SCORE, and we work with Operation Hope. So for individuals who are thinking about starting a business, but they're not ready to make the commitment when it comes to writing the business plan and fully immersing themselves in our service delivery process, we can certainly make introductions to our partners so that they can receive a little bit more guidance to get them further along through that ideation process.
So you mentioned your website and all of that. How can someone reach out to you? What is your website? Are you all on social media? And how can we get more information? How can the businesses in Atlanta get more information about you?
Yeah, so we do have our website is the Georgia's GEORGIA SBDC.org. And on that website, you can access, again, a variety of no-cost resources. You'll see that we have 18 offices, over 70 employees, most of whom have advanced degrees, whether MBAs, MSs in finance. Some of us have law degrees. You'll see a variety of articles. You'll also see success stories, businesses that we've helped throughout the state, throughout the years. You'll be able to access some of the resource partners that we work with. But it's a great starting point. And depending on where you're located, again, we work with businesses that are located in Fulton County, but depending on where you're located, you can find the office that services your location. You can reach out to them directly. But the great thing about the website is you can take advantage, even if you're in Fulton County, but you see a course that you like in the Savannah area, you can certainly take that online. So we really try to bring a variety of resources and expertise throughout the network to individuals to meet them where they are.
Do you all offer, would you handhold a business owner throughout that process? Like, do you pair a business owner with someone like, almost like a mentor to guide them through the entire process? How does that work?
Good question. So we primarily provide advisory services.
Okay.
Mentorship is a little bit more involved. What we like to do is we like to empower the business owner so that they can do things on their own. We're a sounding board. We are an extension of your business. We don't necessarily want to hold your hand throughout the entire process, but we just want to be there. So when you have an idea or when you have a challenge, we want to help you think through the problem, right? Because even though we may have the answer, we'll help you identify the answer for yourself and for your particular business. Because what we want to do is we want you to graduate from the SBDC, grow into a larger business, and engage other service providers that we can hand you off to, right? Because we want you to outgrow us.
Right.
What we do is it's very comprehensive, but we don't want you to stay here. We want you to get to a point where you are hiring hundreds of employees, you're opening dozens of locations, and you get to a point where you're looking for a $50 million financing package or a $100 million financing package. And there are clients that have worked with the SBDC and have reached those levels. And my goal is to get you from where you are to where you would like to be in a reasonable amount of time.
That is wonderful. I think this has been some great information for business owners and just the residents of the city of Atlanta who are interested in starting a business. We just want to be a resource at Invest Atlanta. We have calls and we meet with businesses all day, every day, and people who want to start a business. And so, when you want to know that next step, oftentimes we'll connect them with SBDC and our other economic development partners, Metro Atlanta Chamber, Georgia Economic Development Department, and even Georgia Power for some of the businesses as well, just to offer some assistance they need. And we want to provide all of the support they need to assist them in growing their business, becoming the job creators that you just mentioned, employing so many residents of Atlanta, and also offering that opportunity for equity, in the city of Atlanta. So when we are able to support businesses or people in becoming business owners, we're all over that. We're all over that. So we love that you all provide that wealth of technical support that businesses need and that business owners need in the city. And we love the partnership that we have. We hope to continue that partnership. Thank you so much for speaking with us today, Mr. Haffoney. And I'm sure we'll continue this conversation and we'll keep referring businesses to you. Hopefully we can have that two-way conversation where we're referring them to you. And then once they graduate from you, you're sending them back to Invest Atlanta for some of our small business loans or even some of the grants that we offer right now to our existing small businesses in the city.
Absolutely. Thank you, Sabrina, for having me. I thoroughly enjoyed this conversation. I'm looking forward to continuing to develop our partnership and serve businesses throughout the entire Atlanta area.
Thank you so much. You all have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for joining Invest Atlanta Small Business Spotlight this morning.